So welcome back to a brand new podcast episode of the Family Seasons by Coach Teia and our special edition, the 12 Days of Podcast. That's right. Each day for the next 12 days, we will be bringing you topics that we hope will help you navigate during this holiday season. In this particular podcast, we have invited a special financial expert to come on and to share tips to help us budget through these holiday seasons. That's right. Whitney Nowlin will come to us and will just give us tips and resources that I hope will truly be a blessing to you. It's already helped me just figure some things out, learn how to save for the holiday season, and just to, sit back and relax and enjoy what the season is truly about, which is spending time with our families. So keep listening, stay tuned, and I hope that these tips and tools will be a blessing to you and your family as you go throughout this holiday season. Also, remember to join us at 12daysofpodcast.com. Also on our brand new YouTube channel, Family Seasons by Coach Teia, and check out the videos, like, share, comment, subscribe, whatever it takes to join our family, just to make sure that you're staying in the loop of what's happening. So listen in as Miss Whitney gives us these tools, as I said, that we hope will be a blessing to your family. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Whitney Nowlin, and I'm a senior accountant working for a private company here in the DFW area. I've worked for them for about 9 years, so I'm pretty confident in what I do, and I believe that I can share some knowledge when it comes to budgeting. So with that said, I'd like to talk to you guys about budgeting for the holidays. Budgeting is a very important tool that people should use. The key is to write it down on paper, have it visible so that you can actually follow it. I've put together 5 easy steps that I think will assist you in creating a budget that you can follow. The first step would be making a list of all holiday expenses that you have. Now that goes for everything, absolutely everything. It goes from the people that you plan to purchase gifts for, whether it be your kids, if you have Secret Santa at work, if you have parents, everyone, write them down. Also, the gifts, if you already have a list of gifts that you want to give to those people, write those down, beside each of their names. You also, other things that you have to think about are gift wrap, if you want to actually wrap the gifts, or gift bags, tissue paper, if you're planning to travel for the holidays. These are all of the things that you have to take into consideration when planning for the holidays. Most people think that, I just have to buy the gifts themselves, but that's not true. The second step would be deciding how much money you want to spend in total. This is the time where you would check your accounts to see what you've saved up throughout the year and how much you feel that you can put towards these gifts. The next step 3, would be assigning dollar amounts to everything that's on your list. Now, depending on what's on your list, you can group things together. Like I said, tissue paper, gift wrap, wrapping paper, those are all things that you can kind of lump together and say, these are the supplies that I need in order to wrap gifts. That can be, $1 amount. Each person that's on your list, you can put a dollar amount beside their name to say this is the total amount that I'm willing to spend on this person. Now that you have a rough estimate on what you plan to spend, step 4 will be to make a list of everything that you plan to buy. You would use the same list that you started with in step 1. You would just add more detail. This is where you write down the actual gifts that you're going to get for everyone. After you have everything written down, now you go shopping. This is the fun part, right? Everybody wants to go shopping, but at least at this point, you now have something in writing in front of you that you can take with you while you're shopping to make sure that you stay on track. I don't consider that a step because that's the thing that everybody wants to do. This is why we are here, and this is why we're talking about this. The 5th and final step is to keep track of what you spend. What good will it do if we've done all of these steps, step 1 through 4, we've made this budget, we've put everything into place, and then we go shop and we don't know what we've spent our money on. I put together a list of tips that I think would help when planning for the holidays. The first tip And it's the most important tip, is to start early. That is one thing that I cannot stress enough. The earlier you start, the more you'll be able to save. My next tip is using cash. Now, I recommend this because it's not tied to any credit line. For those who don't like to carry cash around, I would recommend putting that cash that you've already set aside for, buying these gifts and putting it on a prepaid card. Again, this is so that it is not tied to a line of credit like your credit card. And so that once you are out of money, you are out of money. You do not have that ability to continue to spend. This is where you put yourself on that strict budget. And when the money is gone, it's gone. Using coupons is always another good one that you can do. There's plenty of coupons that come in the mail. There are some that are on newspapers for those who still get newspapers. You can find them online. This is something that is very helpful when it comes to trying to find deals and cutting costs when it comes to buying gifts. When you start planning for holidays early, you're able to catch more sales. Now, I tell a lot of people, don't always get caught up in the Black Fridays or the Cyber Monday deals, because while sometimes they have great deals going on at those times, there's also throughout the year, there's also times where stores come up with even better deals than they do for, the Black Friday or the Cyber Monday deals. So that's one thing that you always want to keep in mind throughout the year is any sales that come about, try to catch those when you can, because sometimes you may get a better deal. Another tip will be to, if you don't already do this, is to shop in the clearance section. I have found so many great items in the clearance section of different stores. It's crazy. You would think that this is the picked over, leftover things, but sometimes stores just put things in the clearance section because they're trying to make room for the new product that they have. So it could be something that's brand new and pretty new to the market, but if something else has come in after that, they need to make space. And so sometimes they put it in the clearance section. So that's a great place that you can kind of start. I actually find myself going into stores and starting at the clearance section first to see what's there before I actually go to the main store. So that's a good option that you can choose. This next tip is a great tip. It's actually one that I need to get better at, and it's price matching. This is something that can be done in the store, or it can be done at your house prior to going to the store. You can do this online, but it's a very good tool to use just to make sure that you're getting the best deal. You don't always want to buy the first thing that you see. This, again, is why you need to start early, because when it comes to price matching, you have to shop around. These next two tips can be set up and started at the beginning of the year, or you can also start it anytime throughout the year prior to the holiday seasons. The first one is opening up a savings account. You can call it whatever you like. You can even call it your Christmas account. Set it up as a direct deposit account. That way, every time you get paid, you'll have a dollar amount that's going into there consistently. It can be as little as $5 or $10 a paycheck. Just to keep the numbers simple, if you were to direct deposit $10 every paycheck into this account, all the way up until, let's just say, 11 months, up until December 1st, you would have saved $220 just like that. $10 a paycheck, that's maybe $5 a week. That's what Starbucks, that is, a 4-for-4 meal from Wendy's. That it sounds like a lot at the end, but when you break it up, throughout the year, it is very minimal. This next tip is for those who actually carry cash and spend cash instead of using their card. It's more of a challenge than a tip, I guess you can say. But it's basically where you save all of your coins. So every time you go purchase something with cash, whatever change they give you back, you never use it. You go save it. So every time that you're purchasing something, you're always breaking $1. You'll be surprised how much money you'll save doing this. This last tip that I'd like to talk about is just being creative. Sometimes you may not have much money to spend on gifts at the store, but you can also make something. Be creative. This is where you have to tap into your mind and try to figure out, what can I do to still have a great Christmas, be able to provide gifts under the tree, but not spend so much money. This is where you would need to decide, should I give my child that one big gift that he really wants, or should I give him a few of the smaller gifts that he wants? It doesn't always have to be both. I think the most important thing here is that you find that balance. What can you afford that will not put you in the hole come the new year? I hope you enjoyed listening to my tips, and I hope that they would be of use to you in the future. Thank you.